So, bom dia. Welcome back. This video is going to be kind of disjointed, and what do I mean by that? Well, you're going to see me walking around in a video with a perfectly good arm, but yet in my last video you see that I have a broken hand, and that's because the day that I was going to finish this video was the same day I had my mountain bike accident. So this video is pre-mountain bike accident and post-mountain bike accident. And I'm excited to show you because what we had done around the south end of the pond really made a big difference for us in going to maintain it in the long run. But also I think aesthetics, it's going to look much nicer once the grass starts growing in. So let's get into the video. I'll show you, you'll get a little bit of explanation pre-mountain bike accident. And then at the end, I'm going to show you the final look of what we actually had done. Okay, I'm out here by the pond trying to get some stuff ready for Monday. So some things we didn't think about when we were doing this pond, and this is what happens after things happen. You realize you should have put a little more thought into it, things like that. So what am I getting at? Well, for the most part, that sides of the pond, the slope is enough where I can actually weed whack it pretty easy. However, this area right here that goes around there, it's too steep. And then along the road here on that side and that mound up there, again, it's too steep. So we also have this area right here. It's like a straight wall. And basically what I'm getting at is we want it to be more manicured, you know, have a nicer slope to it, something where I can weed whack it when the grass grows or the weeds grow, whatever grows on it. And we want it to look nicer, more of a rounded, you know, kind of flow to it and that. So we have a big excavator coming. I think they're delivering today. They're going to do the work on Monday. They're going to pull a bunch of this dirt up. We're going to see if they can take some of that dirt and put over on the other side of those bamboos, and then again along this green area, slope that up so it's not so steep, and then along this edge over there, but also here. So our neighbor had cattle out here, and so I need to move the electric fence. I started pulling the poles, but the ground is really hard right now because it hasn't rained. And I had to go get my axe to sharpen them up to get them in. Here's the electric fence. I'm just going to run it across to basically where that palm tree is. These are the poles that are down, I took down. But I'm going to probably have to unravel some of the wire, rerun the wire, and then run it down to the pole. This way, if he brings the cows back in, you know, the fence will be up for him. He puts a lot of work into, you know, putting the fence up and that, and so I didn't want to ask him to do it. He does a lot for us. So they're actually back working on the wood right now. So I definitely don't want to bother him, but that's what we're doing today. And I'm gonna probably be doing a little bit of hauling of rocks, probably not from here. This wood needs to go somewhere up in there, tree line. These rocks need to go over there, so gonna just load up a few, haul them over, dump them, come back, get a few, go and dump them. What else do I got to do? But I'm tired today. I started biking this week, so my legs are tired. Okay, enough talking. I'm gonna get to work here. It's not great, but it'll definitely go in the ground a little bit easier. Okay, got the wire up. I think it's a little too high up on top, but I coiled up the excess for the neighbor. He can decide what he wants to do with it. I'm going to leave these 2 poles right here for him so he sees them. And there's a little extra wire here. Maybe I'll coil that up. But that part of the job's done. Now I'm gonna haul some of that wood and haul some of those rocks. Pretty good haul. I'm going to take it over there and throw it in the tree line. Okay, the first area that we had fixed was right here. This area right here was a very sharp incline. Actually, it went up straight for like, I would say a meter, maybe a meter and a half in places. And so the excavator came in and he smoothed this out. Now, granted, I need to go over it. I'm probably going to have to take the rototiller and go over it and smooth it up a bit, and then pick up some of the excess rocks, which those rocks are getting put to good use. And then the other thing he did was he took off the really sharp ridge here. And I kind of wish I would have done a video going around the edges to kind of show how sharp this was. But this edge here, if you go back and look at previously in the video from the other side of the pond, this was really steep. Now I can actually walk on the side of this, which before I couldn't. And I'll be able to actually weed whack right down to the ground, to the water line, to make this look and keep it manicured. And that was one of the big things I wanted to do. The other thing was this also kind of sloped this way, and then it went up sharp, and then it flattened off. Well, now it's pretty flat. But this dirt on top has a lot of clay in it. So if I don't get out here before this starts to dry out too much with the rototiller, I'm gonna be in trouble. So, and the thing is, there's rocks in here, so I'll have to go over it slow. And in fact, the spots here, I don't know if you can see it, where the excavator's tracks are, it's hard as a rock. So yeah, I need to get out here, but I have to heal. But the big thing is this here side used to be taller than me, and it was super steep, so I couldn't do, I could hardly weed whack it. I couldn't even hardly reach the top of it. So I'd have to do a little bit from the top and a little bit from the bottom. It was terrible. So I think this is much better. So let's take a look here. So now you can see it's much more sloped and flowing and manicured. Same thing here. Once that wood's gone, it'll be easy to maintain this area. Won't be able to use the lawnmower or anything like that, but the Brazilian way is the weed whack way. The other thing they did, and this is also probably it's the spot that I'm most excited about. Boy, is the sun bright today. Oh, I'm gonna get up here in the shade. Anyways, there was an area over here by our second pond, our little pond, where the water goes through and goes across to the big pond. This area always stayed wet. And so we asked them to move any excess dirt over to this area, and this is what they did. This area is now actually level where it wasn't before, and it's now all along this makeshift little rock river that I've been building here. So again, I need to come in here and I need to rototill this to keep it nice and soft. But the other thing they did is they filled in this area. We had a couple trees right here, and half of it was dead and it was leaning towards the power lines, so we took those down along with a few others along this tree line, and now all of our palm trees are visible from the road, which before was not, and it totally opened up this whole area. This area in here is not too bad to weed whack. That area over there is kind of rough, but I have some plans to build a small trail over there into the side of the hill so it's easy to walk along there, because well, at least me, I come down those steps and I'll walk out this way periodically. So yeah, and then the last thing we had done, which was a really big help and I was pretty excited about, was they took some of the excess clay and we put it in front of our small shed, and that's because water was collecting in front of it and we needed it to stay a little drier there because we're constantly coming in and out of this area. So this area here is all built up, and I would say probably 10 to 15 centimeters high, because that's the, well, you can see the height of the deck there. And we brought the dirt up just to the bottom of it, and really needed this to be in place before I build my ramp going in. And now I don't have to build a really steep ramp. It can be a little shorter, and it still won't be so steep. So pretty excited. It'll be nice once this dries out and we pack it down a little more, but that's it. We pretty excited about this part of it because we're getting close to the grass planting phase of this area, and we just felt if we were going to plant grass, and the grass seed down here, or getting plugs, or getting the 1 meter by 1 meter square pre-grown grass, is actually super expensive compared to what it would cost me to get grass in the United States. Plus the germination rate on almost all of these grass seeds that we have found online have been very poor, less than 50%. And to me, considering the cost of a 5 kilogram bag of grass seed to having maybe 2.5 kilograms actually germinate, the cost was too much. So we're trying to maximize it as best we can, and we're still not sure what we're going to do. But this area, hopefully next year, will be, anywhere it's brown, hopefully we'll have grass growing in it. And once I rototill it and we smooth it out a little bit, it'll be more than level enough that I think I'll be able to maintain a good portion of this with a riding lawnmower, because this is way too much to weed whack. I would have to hire a crew to come in and do that, and at the height of the summer months, once this grass is established, if it grows as fast as the grass around the house, I mow almost once to twice a week to keep it at a level that's manageable. So once it gets too high, then you get a lot of dead grass around and it just doesn't look good. And for me, maybe that's more of an American thing. You know, I like a manicured property. So I want this to look nice. I want people to come in when they come in and they go, wow, look at that. So but anyways, I'm just rambling, just talking, you know, but kind of wanted to give you guys some thoughts on why we're working this so hard, why we're so excited about it, and that. So like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Leave comments. I try to respond to most everybody. I don't have that many commenters that I can't. It just sometimes takes me a day or two to get through the list and that. You know, but I read them all, and you'll know because I always put a like on it and I always put a heart on it. So but anyways, I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate the subscribers, and I really enjoy the conversations I have. It's nice for me because I really don't have a lot of close friends down here, so a lot of my subscribers have become my long distance friends. All right, ciao for now, and we'll see you in the next video. That video will also be a pre-mountain bike video. Ciao.